9mm bronze phosphorus brush for 9mm authority to 357. And run it through there several times, about 10 or 15 times. This will loosen up all the garbage, gook and grit, and all the copper shavings that's in there. Now you'll notice something when you do this several times. Okay.
What would you notice?
You'll see when I run another patch through.
Oh, okay.
See how that stuff's coming out on that? That's got dirt goo on it and everything. Okay, now get yourself another patch. Now, I always try to utilize what I have available on hand, so I use things different ways. Put another patch on here. Okay. What you want to do, we're going to put our little jig on here, back on here. Okay. Now this is going to take more than once to learn this. And you'll have your own little routine. Put that back on there. And you run this through. See, now look how gunky all that is. I run that through several times to get all that crap out of there. Now, after you've run that through there several times, take a dry patch. Take a dry patch. Pour several times. See how that's coming out? Okay. Take another dry patch. Make sure we don't run too far into our timer because these guys close at 8. See, I kind of pull that out and overlap and make sure it like here. Okay, now look at your barrel in the light. See the inside of the barrel? It's clean. The patch is coming out clean, so that's a good thing. Now, what I like to do is take your patch that already has a solvent on it. See, this stuff is like a cleaner and a lubricant. So CLP is the same way. I've got some CLP out there too. Now, we take the patch and we're running it on the grooves of where the barrel is. The locking lugs, what we call the locking lugs. Get all there in the grooves and get all that out of there. Now we want to take the brush and we want to run this over there and get the patch in there to get rid of all this carbon buildup, because carbon's not a good thing for it. Try to get all that cleaned up. Then take your dry one, wipe it off a little bit, so that way we'll be able to see anything we might have missed. Now the powder I was using to shoot in this pistol, the same as mine, is relatively clean powder, so it's not really too bad. Okay, now we got the barrel done. Barrel's done. Okay. Might wipe it down a little bit. Now, what I do, this is where we want cotton swabs. I take the same patch that has stuff on it, and I try to get in there into the big areas. See? Get all that cleaned out of there. Get all down into the grooves. Get all down in here. Now you're going to have packing grease in here because this is a new pistol. So you're going to have a little bit of that mixed in there. We're going to try and get in there as much. Okay, now you see this here at the what we call the breech face. I'm going to put a little bit of that. Try to get in there with some of that. it's not gonna be as thorough as I would like it to be, because I don't have any Q-tips. But we're doing pretty good. It's gonna be a good job. So you wanna try and get in there as much as you can. It's really not that dirty. Now, take the brush I had earlier, the bigger one. Now, normally we would use what we call bronze phosphorus. It's a brush. It actually looks like a brush. You've seen it before. We're going to get in there a little bit with that. We're going to try and get some of that brass loosened up in there. The carbon. This is what you call the field expedient method. Get all that garbage out of there. Now we're going to take a clean rag. Try to get all that out of there as much as we can. Now, they've got stuff here that you can buy. They got bronze phosphorus brushes and nylon brushes. Nylon brushes are good for getting in and going in here and loosening a lot of this stuff up. So we might pick some of those up when we leave. Okay. Now, do you want me to keep on going? So you'll be able to go back and do this? All right, now, get you in the patch. Okay. Folds that good. All right, we're gonna run that over here. Run that into there. See how that's coming out like that? See, all that stuff's coming out, which is good. That's what we want. Take your nail, get in there a little bit into the grooves. Now, they probably have classes here just to let you know, to show you how to do this also, but we'll ask them before we leave. But
I'm pretty sure they have.
I would really like to see you take some classes. See how we're getting some of that? All that stuff's coming up. That bare metal's being exposed. That's what's good about this stuff. It's a protectant as well as a cleaner. I see a lot of your coating on this. We wish we had some Q-tips, but a lot of the coating on this is good stuff. It's like a nickel steel. So it's very good quality here. Pull out the trigger a little bit, get some stuff up in here. Let's see if you see and look how the trigger, when I pull the trigger, how it pushes that up and exposes it. I can get in there. Now, what you don't want to do when you're cleaning this is you don't want to leave any patch material, nylon material. That's the reason why I like these, because they're woven tight. They don't have anything that falls off of them. And you can order them. Somebody banging away. See, it's kind of hard to get in there because we don't have any Q-tips. That's okay. It's easily fixed. But it's not going to be anything that's going to hinder anything. Okay, oops, sorry. Let me get your magazine wall a little bit here. Newsmax is firing off stuff. Take a dry one. After you clean about a half a dozen Glocks in a day, you get kind of particular about stuff.
So you never use gloves?
Yes, I do sometimes. Normally, but I don't have any.
Yeah,
I would recommend, now this stuff's pretty safe. The Hoppies, well, the cleaning kit's back there. I would use like rubber gloves would be fine, which you just normally use. Those are great. If not, you're going to be smelling like Hoppies. Now, to me, that might be a turn-on.
It's like Chanel number 5. This is a tape you'll be seeing. I hope you're not going to put it on YouTube. Oh, okay. But
This is cleaner than it definitely was. Now, you wipe this down, another patch. This is not as, you just want to keep a light coating of oil, a very light coating of oil on your spring. Just wipe your spring down. There's no need to tear this down. There's it's all a closed-in unit anyway. Just wipe it down. Now, we don't want to do any detailed stripping of this. Now, when we would get a Q-tip, we would take the Q-tip and we would get down into here, all this area in here. There's your farming pin, all that. See how some of those copper shavings are there? We want to try and get in there and get as much of that out as we can. Get in the tracks. Okay. Try to clean up a little bit in here. Get into these tracks here. Can you get in that tight with that thing? Like I said, this is a new pistol. So you're going to have some packing grease and stuff like that, and they're what we call packing oil or shipping oil. That's going to be expected. Mechanics don't have as much of them as wood blocks usually do.